we have got what has come out for you. Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. This is something that we can all fall back into as a default position when we feel the urge for somebody to understand something from our point of view. Remember that our point of view tends to come from our lens of life. Our lens of life tends to come when we feel a great need to proclaim, to announce, to say, this is how it is. It tends to come from unhealed trauma within us. It tends to come from our conditioning. And it takes a huge amount of strength and courage, and also the desire for peace to withdraw from that situation, with letting go of the need to be right. I feel that you are very close to this. This is something that you're working through at this time because of your eyes set on the horizon. You want to move through this. You want to move beyond this. The bison represents abundance in many, many areas of your life and a part of your journey. And as a part of your journey, what gifts are in this situation for you if you let go of the need to be right? Because everybody has their own point of view that comes from their point of perception of life. And nobody's is wrong and nobody's is right. This is just that point of view. So I feel this need within you, despite wanting things to be seen perhaps from your point of view, there is also a need within you to move through this. And this need, this urge is stronger than the need to be right at this time. Let go of the need to be right, the peacekeeper. You are, my darling, you have chosen as a soul to be a peacekeeper at this time, to keep the peace. To keep the peace is also to say that you are looking for a way through this with a peaceful resolution. And that sometimes actually being silent about how you feel allows for an energy of peace to descend, and also allows the superconscious aspect of yourself, your super self, your higher self, the spirit, the essence of you to come through, and therefore you to receive the insights that will allow you to navigate this from a different perspective. So let's have a look to see your energy at this time. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, so this is the Two of Swords, the Two of Bears. So this is about communication at this time. This is about truth. This is about how you are reasoning with yourself. This is about the concepts of the logical mind, perhaps having a conflict within itself at this time. There is an indecision within you about which way to take. Both in their own way will bring you clarity. Okay, both will bring you clarity, represented by the snow. I feel that you feel if you take one path at this point of time, there is no sort of traversing over to the other side, but there's always a way, and there may be confusion at this time that you are feeling. And that confusion comes from not understanding the deepest motivations that you have. So sometimes the deepest motivations within us are the child wishing to be heard, the child wishing to be seen, the child wishing to be right. So do take a moment or two to observe your energy in this, and also understand that at this point of indecision, Spirit is giving you a little bit of time out, a little bit of a sort of point of analysis. And I can feel, because you're not carrying a great deal of burdens with you, I can feel that you are in a deliberation about which way to go. You do have your eyes on the horizon. I'll come back to this. But you are going to choose what feels right and feels and gives you a sense of relief. So because you do want, and this is your desire as well, this says family, love, and blessings. So you want there to be healing. You want there to be a resolution within this. You want there to be an end of perhaps any discord and the accord of the family, the harmony of the family. And this is about, you know, relationships that mean a great deal for you at this time. Let's have a look to see what Spirit's advice is for you. Thank you. Well, let's have a look first of all at your challenge. Thank you, Spirit. Challenge for Taurus. What wishes to come out? You know, and I'm going to say that the winter in this card talks about the need for, rather than need to be right, the need for reflection, the need for rest, the need to withdraw from the situation, if but for a moment or two. So your challenge, my darling, is to not become too absorbed within this. This too shall pass. The waves talk about this is a point in your life where something is perhaps the tide is coming in, so you're feeling that things perhaps might be a little overwhelming for you, but this tide will also recede. This too will recede. How does it recede? In a way that you are encouraging it to not give it so much attention, to not be so absorbed with this situation at this time. Where attention goes, energy flows. The 3 cups here are still upright, so there is much to look at. There is much to consider about what is within this dynamic that you are presently in. What is in this dynamic? There is a lot of love in this. There is a lot of emotions that are still very much present within a state of love. There are a lot of blessings there. 3 cups upright talk about joy, talk about blessings, talk about things to celebrate. So Spirit's advice is, with this additional cup here, perhaps look at the situation in terms of what is it that you may have missed that is happening here? What is happening for you? What is not happening to you, but happening for you? You may feel a sense of disappointment. You may be feeling a sense of regret at this time. Ask yourself the questions why you are, and try to pinpoint it within you to the point that it is, the situation is giving you an opportunity to address perhaps issues that have been dormant within you that are now coming up, unhealed wounds, trauma, and there is many different types of trauma, but something that has been unobserved within us, unreflected on within us, can become a very inherent part of our character. So within this 4 of Cups, look at the opportunity that this situation is presenting for you at this time, for you to actually become more aware of yourself, more aware of your triggers, because once we get to know ourselves, then we are so much more responsive in life as opposed to reactory in life. So this is an opportunity for you to get to know yourself, to get to know what makes you tick, to get to know your triggers, and to get to understand why those triggers happen. Now, what is in your past? Thank you, Spirit. Sorry, what is in your past? Too many cards now. They've given me, I didn't see the 3 of Wands before I asked the question. The 8 of Swords, self-doubt, confusion, and not feeling that you have any control over this because you feel trapped within the confines of how your mind is thinking about things. It takes, now this is an energy that is in your past, but it is also within your present. And I feel that you've been drawn to a point in your past where, because you haven't been able to resolve this with any form of clarity, that there hasn't been an overriding feeling of understanding that the truth of the situation hasn't presented itself. Spirit is saying to you to come away from it. I feel that you have done a certain amount of coming away, because although this energy is still present here now because it is showing up in your past, you have got the Knight of Swords, and there has been a willingness and a drive within you to pull back, to pull away from this. And there has been, look at that motivation that you had. Where did that motivation come from to come away from the situation? What was it trying to tell you? What were your feelings trying to tell you? Because, and how did you feel in the point of coming away a little bit from this? Because when you feel relief, then it is a sign from your soul that you have realigned yourself, readjusted yourself with a sense of understanding about things. So let's have a look to see, and I want you also to look at the footprints. Do you see her footprints there? I've just been guided to show that. Whatever this 8 of Swords moment was for you, my darling, and you can see she's all wrapped up. This is the action that you were taking, but because of those footprints there, this was about the unique action that you were taking in the past. So for me, this is a you wrapped up warm, you got yourself ready for this experience in the past because it was a new experience for you. This is something that has a different layer to it. You may have had similar situations before this, but this is a call going through levels of healing when we are given different levels of experience to release what is trapped within us, what feelings and emotions, same thing, are trapped within us. And it's a little bit like onion peeling. You know, we go through layers and layers and layers and layers. And but we can't get down to the middle of the onion until we've uncovered the top layers. So spirit gives us different experiences that might have the same theme, but have a deeper underlying peeling to them. So I feel with this has been a deeper underlying peeling because you've been ready to release. Let's have a look to see what is coming up. Just move those cards. In what is in your energy that's coming up in the near future. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. So we've got the Knight of Earth and the Five of Swords. I feel this is an energy coming towards you that is one of the Knight of Earth is somebody who you can rely on, somebody who is trustworthy, somebody who is dependable, somebody who takes a slower approach to life because it makes sense to them to do so, and somebody who values the experiences that they have received in life, and that value, that appreciation for those experiences means that they can come forward in a way that is of value to you and also practical for you. What do I mean by that? It is their practice of doing certain things in a certain way is at the point of time for you in the future going to be of great value for you. There is going to be assistance for you, I feel, support for you as well. And you've got here these yellow roses. Are these yellow roses? So, you know, this is to say that this is something to do with peace. This is something to do with your support. And I feel it is to help you because there is a point of time within this, let's call it this chess game that you may be playing, or the game of life that you're maybe playing, where you have got, and I am not sure, I would say these are two queens that have fallen over. There is a point where you're going to need somebody's assistance in the future in terms of what your next practical move is going to be. And this person is coming forward to you. And you see that you are aware of them. You are considering, you are looking at them. You may be a little bit defensive, but Spirit is saying, remember that if you have been asking for help within this situation, if you have been, which you have, and whether it has been conscious or subconscious, you've been saying to the universe, I don't want to be here anymore. I want to move away from this. I want to move through this. The universe has said, yes, of course. Okay. So they are presenting to you assistance, and it may come, it's going to come in a physical form to you from somebody else who's going to be able to help you practically and give you valuable advice in the future to help you perhaps reassess the situation, to help you plan your next move, and to help do it in a way that is with more peace and less drama for you, my darling. So there we are. That's your reading, Taurus. I trust that has helped those that have resonated with it. I look forward to doing another reading for you soon. In the meantime, do check out the daily readings and the weekly readings. And I hope you've all had a glorious weekend. It's a bank holiday here in England because of the King's coronation. So for whoever's been in England and been a part of it, I hope you've had a lovely, lovely time. And I look forward to seeing you again soon, my darlings. Take care. Bye-bye.